Hello there, everyone. Men, women, and children. This is everyone's favorite jack of all trades with the foul mouth, Commodore Urban. And this is the final update to the project 1/350 scale model Lusitania by Mr. Hobby. And the ship is actually finished, but I will explain to you the final things I did to finish the ship before I do my end of build review. So here we go. As you can see, she is complete finally, but I will explain what I have done to get her here. Well, for one thing, if you see, I have the aerials up. You can see I have the aerials all hooked up. And as you can see in the back here, and it shows a diagram how to do it. And it says two threads 20 inches long, and then do the little pieces 16 inches apart, so there'd be 4 inches left. And so I actually had to made this rig. Basically, it's 20-inch long piece of cardboard, and I actually measured it, 16 inches from here to here, and this is where the little supports were at here and here, and I glued the strings here, but I hadn't taped the ends. Once it was done, then I just mounted it into place, and then I hooked up the wire from the wireless room up to the up here. So this is what I did. This is what I used. It was a jig. Yeah, it's cheap. You gotta think jack of all trades with foul mouth. So yeah, I'm fucking cheap. Anyway, then the last thing I really had to do was the lifeboats, and those little motherfuckers were hard. I had to paint them 5 different colors. Of course, your basic color, white, and then the outer edges of the boats are flat black for the tying chains, and then I used a flat tan for the ropes, which I painted all that shit using this, the dark brown gunwale, and finally the light gray canvas tops. I actually mixed a little flat black, a little white, and a little flat tan to get this color, the canvas. And I painted all the boats. Took 2 fucking hours to paint all the boats. And it wasn't just 16 boats. No, it was 32 pieces, because the boats are in half. Like let me show you here in this diagram. Here. See? The boats are in 2 fucking pieces. And you have to run string through them. Then you have to glue them at their base. And then you have to put the string up to the davits and wire it, as you can see in this diagram. Which I did that, because I ran enough wire to the boats to tie them up, and then I glued them, chopped this end up, this end here, I tick over, glued it, and the remaining I cut off. So it does have all the full rigging on the davits. And that took about an hour to do that. And some of the other stuff I have done, because I was looking at this book, The Unseen Lusitania, and this picture has been a very big help. But there is a metal plate right here. You can barely see it here, but if I go to the page where that picture is at, right here, you can see that metal plate right here, very clear. In this, not this, but this right here. I took 2 pieces of thin cardboard, painted them brown, and I added that plate myself on the back. Oh shit. I lost a thing. I'll have to make... Oh, no I didn't. It's right there. I'll have to glue that back. Okay, it's good. That's gotta be glued back. But I did touch-up paint on the ship. Like the stuff that was, looked like shit. I went over, touched it up. And another thing I did was that the section of the ship here, the superstructure, was not coming together like it should. So I filled that in with some thin sheet cardboard and stuff, and you can't even tell. You can't even tell that that's not even part of the model. And I also added this little detail back right here. You can see it. You can actually see it in this photograph right here. That little detail on the back of the bridge wings right there in this picture. There's a lot of detail in this one photo. This one photo actually helped out with a lot of the details on the model you see here. So, you know, this was a great reference. Eric Sauter is the Lusitania expert. You definitely gotta give his books a check. Check his books out, they're great. But yeah, another thing I had to do basically was touch up paint. You know, that's always a pain in the butt too. And another thing I did was I did the lining that comes around here. You know, comes from here, goes around, which you can see that very well in this photo. Yeah. Let me bring the book up here. Right here, you can see it right here, but that's kind of a really bad picture anyway because it's so light. Right here, you can see that lining right there perfectly. And also this little brown square, which was a platform, which was folded to the side of the ship, which you can see better here. Or in this book here, you can actually see it very well. Not that. You can see it very well right here, and you can see that. And those two little strips, those are the navigation lights. So on this side, it was red for the port, and of course the other side green for starboard. So let's go ahead and lift the model up, flip her around real quick. I'll show you the other side. And also I did get can you tell which davit I replaced? Yeah, you can't even tell which davit was one I made. I took a thin piece of plastic and I bent it to the shape of the davit and I glued it. Can you tell which one it is? I can't even tell. But see, I did that detailing here on this side. That little details right here. And the boat, just like I did on the port side. The boats all lining up on the starboard side. Like so. So yeah, Lusitania is finished, guys. I will do a better overview of the ship in my next video, my end of build review. So I hope you enjoy the final update. And if you have any questions or comments about anything, you just let me know. And yeah. So yeah, this is the Jack of all trades with the foul mouth, Commodore Urban, saying have smooth seas and clear skies. Happy sailing with you, and God bless. And take care now. Goodbye.